Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you for taking a few minutes to join us today as we swear in 2 new officers to this Palm Beach County School District Police Department. And before we get going today, I want to make sure that I don't forget to wish everybody a happy holiday season. And for the school district employees that are watching, thank you so much for all the work that you've done this year and for all that we've accomplished. I hope that everyone gets to enjoy their break coming up in the next week or so. Today we're going to swear in 2 new officers. And as I have said many times in the past, I want to begin by thanking you for choosing us. Having been in this business for a few years, I can tell you that of all the things I've ever done in my career, there's nothing more important than what we do here in the School District Police Department. We have one mission and one mission only, and that is to protect our children every day of the week. And it's a 24-hour task, it's a 24-hour job, and we're up to the commitment, and the folks within the department do an amazing job every single day, so thank you for that. You know, as I was thinking about what I was going to say this morning as we're coming into this ceremony today, I wanted to tell you that first thing is how proud I am to be a part of this team. As I was walking down the hall, I was thinking, what a year we have had, and all the heavy lifts, and all the things we have overcome, and all the challenges that we as a district, not just the police department, that we as a district have overcome to carry out our mission have just been remarkable, and I couldn't be any more proud to be a part of this team. And my hope is for you, as you become part of our team now, that you too will be proud of our department, proud of working in the school district, and proud of our mission that we work to accomplish. And I do want to take a minute, as I always do, to acknowledge our big helicopter coming over here. I don't know if you can still hear me. I'll give it just a second. This is really good because right before we started this, 10 seconds before, I think we had a World War II bomber fly over us. And so I do want to take a moment to thank our Chief Operating Officer, Ms. Wanda Paul, who comes here almost every one of these swearing-in ceremonies. And she's such a busy person and handles everything from food distribution to safety, security, the custodians, and all the folks here within the district, and everything you see operationally, she has a hand in. So, Wanda, I want to take an opportunity to thank you again for coming, as you always do. Your support means a great deal to us. And so for you all, being part of the district, it's quite a mission, and it's important for you to understand what your role is in relation to this. So we have 187 schools, nearly 200,000 students, 23,000 employees, spread out over roughly 2,300 square miles. And it's like moving a city every day. Every morning we pick them up. Our school bus drivers pick them up, take them to the schools. We feed them, we educate them, we keep them safe all day. Then we pick up that city and we return them at the end of the day. We go home, take a nap, and do it all over again the next day. And we're only as good as our folks on the front line. That's our measure of success, no more, no less. And so what you do out there every day is important. So when you get to your schools and you're thinking to yourself sometimes, is what I'm doing making a difference? The answer to that would be yes. And does anybody really care about what I'm doing? And the answer to that would be yes. And you will see that every day in the faces of those children and the faces of those staff members who appreciate you and know what you're committing yourself to do. If the ultimate comes your way, a catastrophic event, that you're committing yourself to going down that hallway by yourself to take care of business. That's a tall order, and it's not something that everyone can accomplish. So thank you for choosing us. So today we're going to do a couple of things. First of all, we're going to take oaths of office. We're going to take 2 oaths of office. One is the Law Enforcement Oath of Honor, and it talks about integrity and character and public trust and having the courage to hold ourselves and others accountable for our actions. And then you'll take the oath that gets you paid. That's your official oath of office. After that, we'll get your badge pinned on you for the first time on your uniforms. We'll talk a little bit more about that in a bit. But before we move into the ceremony, I just want to take another couple of minutes to acknowledge and introduce someone who is here with us. First of all, we would not be where we are today without the leadership of our superintendent, the commitment to the board, from the board, and our school board chairman, Mr. Frank Barbieri, is here with us again today, dressed in holiday clothing. And I will tell you that we have sworn in over 180 officers in the last 26 months, and Mr. Barbieri has not missed one of those events. So he's here with us again today. I'd like to take a minute and introduce him. And Mr. Barbieri, if you wouldn't mind coming up and say a few words.
Good afternoon, both of you. So, as the chief said, I'm chairman of the school board, but and I don't normally dress like this. And I wouldn't have dressed like this for you all today. I would have waited till afterwards, but we have a meeting starting at 2 o'clock, so there wasn't really enough time to switch gear. So I apologize. This is a serious situation, very significant situation, and I would not have made light of it with this costume if I had any other choice. The chief kind of touched on the seriousness of the situation. I mean, I've told all the other officers that before Marjory Stoneman Douglas happened, the parents in the district were most concerned with which teachers they had, which schools their kids were going to be in, what classes they were going to get. After Marjory Stoneman Douglas, as the chief says, every morning we have almost 200,000 kids that come into our schools, and the parents are most concerned at this point, well, if my kids come to school in the morning, are they going to come home safely at the end of the day? And I tell them yes, because we have probably the best police department in the entire state. Forget about school police. I'm just talking about police departments. And I know a little bit about police departments because I was a police officer myself for 12 years, a long time ago in Akron, Ohio. So I share a common bond, and at least I feel I share a common bond with you guys. You do have the most serious job of all, and it's the most dangerous. When I was a police officer, if there was a dangerous situation, we had to wait for backup. I mean, you always waited for backup, right? I mean, you never go into somebody especially somebody that might have a gun, you don't face them without backup. You all won't have that opportunity. God forbid a situation occurs on one of our campuses. You're going to have to take care of it until backup gets here. You don't have a choice to wait because in the meantime, kids could be dying, teachers could be dying inside the building. So, they'll depend on you. I tell the story that every year the school board meets with the state legislators that represent Palm Beach County. And was shortly after Stoneman Douglas we were meeting, and one of the senators said to me, Mr. Barbieri, how do we know in the state level that if there's a shooting in one of your schools, the kids aren't going to be slaughtered in the school while your police officers wait outside? And I said, because our police officers will bond with those children, and those children will bond with you. You'll get to know them. They'll get to know you. They'll come up and tell you things. A lot of the crimes that we find on school board property is because the kids feel comfortable talking to the officer that's on the campus and will come up and tell you things that are happening, whether it's drugs or knives or whatever. They'll tell you the things that are going on so that you can actually keep people safe. So you have a very important job, and I know that you'll fulfill it, to your best opportunity if God forbid it ever happens. But I just want to thank you again for choosing Palm Beach County. As I said, we have probably the best police department in the state. We have a great police chief, and we have a great deputy chief. The police chief we stole from, I shouldn't say stealing, talking to police officers, but we stole him from Jupiter, and we stole our deputy chief from Boca Raton. So, and we had the two best police departments in the county are Boca Raton and Jupiter, and we got their chiefs here. So you come to a great department, and the school board has your back. So if there's anything ever that you need, the chief will let us know, and certainly the board will be behind you to give you what you need. So thank you again for choosing our district.
Okay, before we proceed into taking the oath of office and the law enforcement oath of honor, I did want to take one other minute to acknowledge some members of my executive staff that are here. We have Lynn Powell, who's our Commander of Administrative Services. We have Major Terry Moore. We have Major Matt Baxter over there, and the Deputy Chief of the Department, Chief Dan Alexander. So thank you all for all the work and support that you all do. So today we're going to take two oaths of office. The first is what we call the law enforcement oath of honor, and you heard me talk about this. And it talks about integrity and character and public trust and all those things that are so important to us now, especially in today's world. As we take this oath together, I want you to please take note that I'm going to raise my right hand with you. And as I give you this oath, I'm promising you that I'm going to do all these things. As you take that oath, you're promising me you're going to do all those things. And together we're promising everyone who is part of this school system, in this profession, and whether they're here with us today or not, that we are going to do those things. So let's start with raising your right hand, and you can repeat after me. On my honor, I will never betray my badge, my integrity, my character, or the public trust. I will always have the courage to hold myself and others accountable for our actions. I will always uphold the Constitution, my community, and the agency I serve. So help me God. Outstanding. You guys can put your hand down. Okay, the second oath we're going to take is what I call the oath that gets you paid. That's your official oath of office with the state of Florida. So as we take this oath, I will say I. Right after that, you say your name and then repeat after me. Okay? Raise your right hands. I do solemnly swear that I will uphold, protect, and defend the Constitution and government of the United States and of the state of Florida, that I will enforce the laws of the United States and the state of Florida without personal bias, and that I will well and truly perform the duties of a police officer for the school district of Palm Beach County, Florida, on which I am about to enter. So help me God. Outstanding, guys. You put your hand down. Congratulations. Okay, we're going to go ahead and present you with your badges today. And so, as I always do, I like to point out that these badges are very shiny. There's nothing tarnished on any of these badges. We give you the badge in this way. We expect you to keep these badges untarnished throughout your career here with us. And so just as a little added security to that, we'll have somebody pin your badge on you for the first time. And every time you put that badge on every day, I want you to remember who put it there first, and what it means to you, and what it means to them, and what it means to all of us. So we'll go ahead and start with the first badge. And I think I'm going to do that honor. Let me put this mask on. Okay. You're all set. There you go. Looks good. Congratulations. Thank you. Thank you. Congratulations. Okay.
Officer Philip Morgan.
You got it. A little tough to get in there sometimes, isn't it? Okay, let's give them both a round of applause if we could. Again, I want to thank you for choosing us, and I want to thank you for committing yourself to our mission. And for all those who are with us here today, again, I wish you the best. Happy holidays, Happy New Year. Thank you for all that you've done here for us in this school district in the year of 2020, and I hope we have a much better year next year, I hope. So with that, thank you all for coming, and I hope you all have a great day.